I don't usually do clapping for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but I think they deserved it today at the very least, as they win 4-2 over the Montreal Canadiens and now improve to 11-2-1 on the year, guys. This team is playing outstanding hockey. Were they great today? No, they weren't great for the first 40 minutes. But what I've learned with this team, and this team specifically, they don't have to score 7 goals a game, 6 goals a game to win. They're a much better defensive hockey team. Look at TJ Brody. Look at even Zach Bogosian. They're really molding this decor and making it really quiet back there, and that is what we love to hear. Nothing from the back end. It's beautiful. With that win in regulation against the Montreal Canadiens, the Leafs are now 5 points up on the Habs for first place in the North Division. Does it really mean a whole lot down the stretch? Not really. It really doesn't. Well, are you going to play in an empty Bell Center in the playoffs, or are you going to play in an empty Scotiabank Arena in the playoffs? Does it really matter? Not really. I mean, maybe a little bit if you're a little superstitious, then fine. But in the end, the Leafs have won 4 straight hockey games, all 4 in regulation, may I add, 11-2-1 on the season, and they've played very well over that stretch. Even the last couple of games, they haven't really played all that well. They've won games. And as I mentioned in that last video, great teams find ways to win even when they don't play their best hockey. 1:16 into the first period, Josh Anderson coming down the right side and just wrist shots it past Frederik Andersen. And I'm like, Freddie, that's not what you want to be giving up early in the game against the Montreal Canadiens, because they are a very good hockey team. You got to be sound in the net. But I got to give Freddie credit. He gives up that stinker there in the first couple minutes of the game. From that moment on, Frederik Andersen was absolutely spectacular. Yeah, they score a goal late with Tatar to make it a 3-2 game at one point, but he allowed 2 goals on 35 shots. He was fantastic all game long, was Freddie. He was really, really strong. But in that first period, like we saw against Vancouver, obviously in Vancouver it was a 0-0 game after one, but the Montreal Canadiens have a 1-0 lead after one. The Leafs don't really play very well, but it's only a 1-0 game. Second period, again, the Leafs not really playing all that well, but it's only a 1-0 game. And then with about 7 or 8 minutes into the period, or I guess left in the period, so about 13 minutes into the period, the Leafs have 2 or 3 really, really solid shifts, almost all in the neutral zone. The puck ends up getting to Travis Dermott, and he walks in, and actually, it was a really nice shot from Travis Dermott. Welcome back to the lineup, young fella, as he rips it top cheese on Carey Price, and the Leafs have tied the game. Tavares and Muzzin grab assists on the play, and we're tied. We head into the second intermission. As I've said before, the Leafs not playing all that well, but it's a 1-1 hockey game. You're right there. And if I'm not mistaken, the Leafs had a power play heading into that third period. Or did they get it? I don't even remember. Either way, a minute 50 into the period, Justin Hall, they get the neutral zone entry, and Justin Hall gets lots of space and walks into a slapper. It was a beautiful shot from Justin Hall. No screen in front. It just beats Carey Price glove side, and the Leafs have the lead. $1:50 into the third period. Tavares and Muzzin grab assists, and the Leafs are in front. But hang on, they're not done yet. Once again, like I said, it's deja vu with the Vancouver game. Less than a minute after that, this team, as I've said, this Leaf team, you cannot be quiet with them, because they will find a way to pounce. And when they pounce, they come back for seconds as the Leafs pressure the net. It looks like Kerfoot's going to have a great chance in front. Kind of fans on it. Luckily enough, though, Ilya Mikheyev is there to kind of bat it in. Doesn't get everything on it. And it beats Carey Price. Ilya Mikheyev with his first goal in like over 400 days. Hall with his first goal in 400 days. Dermott's got his first goal of the season, if I'm not mistaken. 2 goals from your defenseman and Ilya Mikheyev. And the Leafs have a 3-1 lead just like that. in under a 10-minute span, dating back to the second period till the third goal by the Leafs. In under 10 minutes, you went from being down 1-0 and really not playing that well to having a 3-1 lead. Hyman and Kerfoot grab assists on the Mikheyev goal at 2:32 of the third period, but now you have the 3-1 lead. Let's see how this team defends the lead. Now, Montreal Canadiens, you know you're going to get pressure. And people are going to say, well, the Leafs sat back. I wouldn't say so. Just the Montreal Canadiens were down 2 goals and they were desperate and they needed to put pressure on. And they did. Frederik Andersen made some big saves after big saves. And with under 5 minutes to play there in that period, Morgan Rielly on his rear end. I mean, you learn in Pee Wee hockey, guys. You guys all know this. You don't pass the puck into the middle of the ice, especially when you fan on the damn thing and you're on the seat of your pants. You know, and that keeps the play alive, and then it gets back to the point, and I think they fire it on by who? I think it was Sherratt. Fires it on. It was a knuckler. Frederik Andersen gets a piece of it, but it sits there, and Tatar bangs away the rebound. Who's right on Tatar? Morgan Rielly. Grab the guy. Don't let him get that rebound. Clear the puck out. Do something. I love Morgan. I love the offensive prowess the guy has. He's a great skater. He's got great offense. But that could have really cost this team down the stretch. And now it's a 3-2 hockey game with under 4 to play, but that's still enough time when you pull the goalie. But who is the king of empty net goals? Mr. Hard-Working Machine, Zach Hyman, as he... I mean, I could just say that he kind of outmuscles a guy, but that's just another day in the office for Zach Hyman. And he gets a backhand into the empty net to seal the deal. Muzzin and Matthews grab assists on the play. That's right, Jake Muzzin had 3 assists today. And the Leafs scored to make it 4-2, 18:56 inches, just over a minute to play in the third period. And the Buds win it 4-2. Like I said, 11-2-1 on the season, and a big regulation victory over the Montreal Canadiens. Matthews had 1 assist, but it was on an empty netter. So ideally, he didn't get anything going. Martyr didn't get anything going. Nothing from Nylander, Tavares. And you win the game 4-2. Well, let's say without the empty netter, because Matthews had a point there. You win the game 3-2. As I've mentioned in the past, the depth on this Leaf team is so underrated. They talk about the guys making the big money. That's fine, do that. Because you got all these guys that work their tail off on the bottom 6 that put in and work every day. Like Ilya Mikheyev was one of the most hardworking guys that I see out there every night. And he finally gets rewarded with a greasy goal, but he'll take it nonetheless. Justin Hall has had a fantastic year. I was really critical of him in the offseason. Like in that last game of the year, I'm like, if Cody Ceci and Justin Hall are on this team to start the year, I will go nuts. And I said that. But Justin Hall has proved me wrong a ton. He has been phenomenal all year long. He deserved that goal today. And these guys they're just playing hard every night. And as I mentioned, TJ Brody, Zach Bogosian on the back end. They are so sound and quiet. It is so nice to watch. Shots on goal in the game, 35-24 in favor of Montreal. People are going to say, well, the Habs flat out dominated the Leafs. Look at the shot total. It's not about the shots on goal. It's the quality of shots. And yeah, did the Habs have some pretty good opportunities? Of course. You got the top 2 teams in the division. 2 teams that are destined to go deep in the playoffs. Of course you're going to get games like this. You're going to get tight contests. So anybody saying, the Leafs didn't play well. You won the hockey game against a very good team. Take it or leave it. Like, really? Come on. All right. 0 for 2 in the power play for the Leafs. 0 for 2 on the PK. 2 for 2 on the PK. So nothing really going special teams-wise for either team except for the 4-on-4 goal by Travis Dermott to get the game tied at 1 in that second period. Hyman with a goal and assist today. As I mentioned, Jake Muzzin had 3 assists today. And and John Tavares had 2 assists today. He left earlier in the game. Kind of had, I think it was Shea Weber falling on his head. So that didn't look pretty. He leaves, comes back, and gets 2 assists. And had a really good shift on that Dermott goal. So a really good job by Tavares in this game today. And Matthews with the assist on the empty netter. He has an 11-game point streak going. Didn't score today, so unfortunately stops the 8-game goal streak. But in the end, you win the game, and that's what matters, right? Who cares who scores the goals? you win the hockey game. That's what matters, right? Great job by the Leafs. And Frederik Andersen does not get enough credit. He's been fantastic his last 3 outings. And it's weird. We've all kind of noticed this over Frederik Andersen's career. When he's given more work, he seems to do better. When he gets 15 shots in a game, he allows 3 goals. But if he allows 40 shots a game, he'll allow 1 or 2. And we're like, what? Freddie, we want to play good defense in front of you, buddy. But, like, the numbers are all over the place. Because he had 35 shots against tonight. And remember that the Vancouver Canucks, they had a lot of shots against Freddie in the last game. But he was fantastic, and he was great again tonight. 2 goals on 35 for Freddie. Fantastic game for him yet again. And he is my MVP without a doubt in this game today once again. All right, next up for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they play the same Montreal Canadiens. I'm assuming it's at the Bell Center. I actually did not write that down. Either it's in Toronto or it's in Montreal on Saturday night. Hockey night in Canada, 7 o'clock puck drop there. Look, yes, we have a 5-point lead in the division. Doesn't mean squat. Right? It really doesn't, because you play this Montreal Canadiens team 8 more times. A 5-point gap isn't anything. You got to go out there on Saturday, play with the same type of intensity, maybe even more intensity than they went out there today with, and come away with a victory. Going to be tough, of course. Bud's looking for their 5th straight victory against Montreal. Well, not against Montreal, but they're looking for their 5th straight victory on Saturday against Montreal Canadiens. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game there this evening, because damn, it was a good one, smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game. All right, Twitter's down below for myself as well. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Raptors edition as they take on the Boston Celtics tomorrow, 7:30 tip-off at TD Garden. That's going to be a tough one for the Raps, but a big win tonight against the Wizards. But Boston tomorrow, Raptors looking for the 3rd straight victory and to get back to 500. That would be huge. And as I mentioned, the Leafs take on the Habs again on Saturday night, 7 p.m. puck drop there. The Leafs looking for win number 5 in a row and look to continue to build momentum and kind of, I guess, build some, I wouldn't say traction, space in between the Montreal Canadiens in the standings. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.